Hi, my name is Ethan Lopez, and I will be telling the story of Skippy Jon Jones. It's a children's story, and I wanted to tell this story because it's a childhood story that I always loved, even in like middle school. I have like the whole series and a bunch of like plushies and backpacks and stuff, but that's another story. I wanted to share this story because it has cultural significance, and it's also my favorite animal, and so. The story starts off with Skippy Jon Jones being scolded in his room by his mom because he doesn't like being a Siamese cat. He'd much rather be a Chihuahua. And so she's over there scolding him, like, "You, sir, you have to think about just what it means to be a Siamese cat. Not a bird, not a mouse, not a goose, not a moose, not a louse, or a grouse, but a Siamese cat." She walks out, closes the door, opens it back up, and stay out of your closet. Closes it again, walks out. And so Skippy Jon Jones, he's just sitting there, all pouting, and he's like, "I'm not a Siamese cat." And he looks in his mirror, and he's like, "My ears are too big for my head. My head is too big for my body. I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." And so he goes over to his little toy chest, and he starts digging in it, and he's looking, and he finds his little black mask, puts it on, ties it, finds his sword, grabs his sword, shields it, and then he looks in his mirror again, and he's like, "My name is Skippito Frisquito. I fear not a single bandito. My manners are mellow, I'm sweet like jello, and I'll get the job done, yes indeedo." And so Skippy Jon Jones, he goes into his imagination, and he starts thinking, and he opens his closet door, starts walking, and now he's deep down on a lonesome road in old Mexico. And he's walking. He's just being his little cool self, with that little swagger walk. Little kitty swagger walk. Until he comes across a group of chihuahuas. There's chihuahuas of all sizes. There's a big one, a small one, like 10, 20 little tiny, tiny ones, like babies. And so Skippy calls out, "Ay caramba, who goes there?" And the biggest of all the chihuahuas comes up. He's like, My name is Don Diego. And these are the Los Chimichangas. Who are you?" And Skipito's like, "My name is El Skipito, and I am the greatest sword fighter in all the land." And when they hear that name, the Chimichangas are like, "Oh my gosh, could it be him? Is it him?" And so he's like, and they're like, "Oh my god, it is him." And they're like, "Yep, yepito! It's the end of Alfredo Pasito! Skipito is here! We have nothing to fear! Adios to the bad bumblebito!" And they all start celebrating, and they go loco, crazy loco. And they have a fiesta, and then they have a siesta. But then they got down to business. And so Don Diego, he starts drawing the bumblebee in the sand to show Skipito what it looks like. And he's like, This is Alfredo Bazito, the bandito who stole the frijoles." Skippy's like, "Not your beans." And he's like, "See, red beans, black beans, Boston baked, blue beans, coffee beans, kidney beans, pinto and jelly too." And then he gets a little emotional. He's like, "Yo quiero frijoles." And Poquito Tito, the tiniest of the chihuahuas, goes like, "The dude just wants his beans." "And you were the dog for the job," to Skipito. And they all turn to him. But before anyone could say anything, a big giant cloud comes over them, and it's a big shadow, and it's covering all the land. And Skipito, he starts quivering, and he looks up, and he sees the Bazito, and he's like, "Oh no, oh," but he has to be brave, he has to. And so he gets out his sword, he plunges it up into the air, and he's like, "Holy guacamole!" Whoosh, poof, pop. And all beans of all kinds of colors start spilling down onto the land, covering the whole area they're in. And all the little chimichangas, they see that, and they're like, "Yip, yip, yipito! Our hero is El Skipito! He's the dog of our dreams who delivered the beans, and now we can make our burritos!" But back at home, while this is going on, Mama Junebug, she hears all this loud noises. It's like, "Banguito, Crashito, Papito, Skippito! And she runs over to his room and she sees the closet, and the closet explodes with beans and the little puppies, bean bags, and all the little fun things. And Skippy's just sitting there with its little bumblebee pinata on his head, and he's like, "Hola, mami," and she's just like, "Skippito." And so that's the end of my story. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, thank you.